Welcome back to the Play by Shay. My name is Shaylin, and I'm your host for this podcast. This is only the second episode, so I'm still getting the hang of this whole podcast thing. But I am super excited to continue this. And if you haven't watched the first episode, I suggest you go back and watch that one first because that is where I also gave a little introduction about myself and this podcast. I hope everyone is enjoying their summer so far. And without further ado, let's get started. All right. Whew, I'm excited. So, we are going to focus solely on football today, specifically the Washington Commanders. Now, of course, I'm a little biased because Washington is my favorite team, but they have been getting a lot of news coverage due to the fact that they did insanely good last season with a rookie quarterback, and especially due to the fact that their number one wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, still has not signed a new contract. Terry has not been showing up to training camp. He's making a statement because he obviously wants to get paid what he truthfully deserves. And actually, he's enjoying his time in Italy with his wife right now as we speak, just waiting to get paid. Although, according to the NFL, he could most likely wait until just before week 1 to sign, and he'd be good. So I guess that means nobody should start worrying this soon. But I'm going to be honest, this is pretty nerve-wracking as a fan because Terry McLaurin has been through the very bad, pretty good, and now very good. So, of course, we need him to stay with us. And not to mention, he changed his profile picture on Instagram, which used to be him in a Commander's uniform. So, he needs to change that back quickly. Obviously, that's not a big deal. He just changed the photo. But I noticed it, and other people noticed it, and he's not getting paid. So, he needs to get paid. Okay, let's move on to JD5. Jaden Daniels. So, as we all know, even if you aren't a Washington fan, Jaden Daniels had a phenomenal rookie season last year. He led the Commanders to the NFC Championship as a rookie, mind you. And going back to McLaurin real quick, he was Jaden's number one guy. If we didn't have Terry, who knows how far we could have gotten because Jaden and Terry are legitimately a power duo. And now let's just say Terry got traded, which this is all hypothetical, of course, because I really don't think he is. But, he could probably to the Patriots if that happened. But all hypothetical. But if he did, Jaden's new guy would be Deebo Samuel. And the one that would need to / needs to step it up is Luke McCaffrey. But anyways, a lot of people are counting on Deebo. And apparently he has already impressed his teammates during camp. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think we can fully rely on him. And obviously I know he was good and everything. And I'm not saying this because people are pointing out oh, he's gotten really fat and slow and stuff. I'm just don't get me wrong, him and Terry would be pretty awesome, I think, but him without Terry is a different story. And I'm only saying this because he's not exactly in his prime right now, like he was in San Francisco. But you know what? Who knows? Because, of course, this is all hypothetical if Terry were to leave. And if he did, I'm not saying Deebo would be bad, and I'm not saying, there's no way we're going to reach the NFC Championship just like we did last year. But it would definitely be a little harder because Terry was our number one wide receiver and he was number 2 out of everyone. And the only one that was in front of him was Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. So Terry being number 2, that's insanely good. But anyways, back on track. Of course, I would actually lose my mind if Terry McLaurin got traded. But, not focusing on that, we're just going to have to see how well Deebo plays and connects with the team. And hopefully today, when this episode gets posted or published, he and the Commanders in the NFL have a surprise announcement and they're like, Terry signed his contract for $30 million and everything. Because I believe July 22nd is the day that veterans have to report to training camp, and it's Friday. So he's not going to report if he doesn't have a contract. And if we want him to be super good, obviously we want him to go to training camp and practice just like he did before. So hopefully he gets a contract soon and Adam Peters knows what he's doing. But I also just want to add, like, of course, I'm a big Terry fan. Like, I have his jersey. Like, he's the best and everyone knows that. But I also know Adam Peters and he's not going to make a bad decision, He has to think about what's coming in the future because at the end of the day, all this stuff is just a business and he's not going to waste, let's just say he's not going to give Terry $35 million because he knows that he's going to have to end up paying Jaden a large amount of money because of how good he did, because Jaden's only on a rookie contract. But of course, he's going to go crazy because of how well he did, and assuming he plays well this season and everything, like he's going to have to pay him a lot, especially since he's a quarterback. And everyone's saying, like, oh my gosh, he's the next so and so and everything. So he's not going to put the team in a position where if we pay Terry a lot of money, like it would just be bad for in the future. Because as a fan, you're thinking of just what's happening right now, which of course, like that's all you can do. You're not the one running the business. We're not the ones paying Terry, but we're not exactly thinking about what's gonna happen in the future, all that stuff. But I mean, of course, we still want Terry to get paid, and I really think Adam Peters is gonna do the right thing. Like I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be some record like history breaking deal that he gets, but I really truly believe that Terry's going to get paid. He's going to stay with the Commanders. Like he's not going anywhere. We need him, and if you saw the little interview thing he did, like he built his life in Washington. His him and his wife got married here. Like he wants to stay in Washington. So, I do think he's going to stay here. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it with my Terry rant and everything like that. We just have to see what happens. Hopefully, very very soon, contract gets signed and everything. Oh, especially because T.J. Watt just signed his contract, and that was like a record breaking deal. Um, but everyone like the big thing was T.J. Watt, Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals and Terry McLaurin, like they're big names and they're not getting signed. So now TJ Watt just got extended on the Steelers. So now it's Terry's turn. All right. Well, that's all for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant. If there are any other like Commanders fans out there, please, please, please consider subscribing. That would just honestly mean so much. And please feel free to leave a comment down below about anything you guys would like to see in future episodes, or if you would just like to leave me some feedback on this podcast. I hope you all have a great day and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye for now.